All right, guys, what's going on? We made it to the weekend, and this is your Friday edition of Sweet Tea with Don B. All right, guys, so made a little trip. Oh, before I get started, thanks to all my subs members. If you ain't neither and just watch the channel, thank you. Appreciate it. Hell, just watching the channel helps me. Let's see. Yeah, I made a little trip to Rogersville today. And didn't think I was going to be able to with all the storms that come through. Man, it was nasty this morning. But made it to Rogersville. Made 2 stops. And these 2 stops are probably where Don Wells is going to end up when he, or if he comes back to Tennessee. I'll get into that in just a minute. But let me show you 2 places I went today in Rogersville. There it is. There's where old Donnie boy is going to be. Or is this going to be where Don Wells ends up? Yeah, so he's either going to show up at the probation office there downtown, or they may just say, hey, just come on up here to the sheriff's office. While I was out driving around, seen John Pruitt. So that was interesting. He was out making his rounds too, I guess, which is interesting because I seen him down near the probation office. There's actually quite a bit of cops down near the probation office. Of course, that might be a standard thing, you know, because it being a probation office. So, and as I was driving around, I noticed something, guys. I noticed, now this is like downtown Rogersville. I started looking around. I didn't see any posters, flyers, nothing like that for little old summer. Didn't see nothing. I drove, and you'll see, I drove all the way through downtown. Anyway, it gives you guys, if you've never been to Rogersville, while y'all following the Summer Wells case, I mean, this will give you a good idea of what, you know, Rogersville looks like. It's a pretty little town, you know, downtown is. I thought it was real pretty, real nice. But I didn't see any flyers, posters, anything. Didn't see nothing. That kind of, you know, drew me back for a minute. I was like, wait a minute. So, you know, as I drove through, I got like to the end of downtown, and it hit me. I didn't see any, you know, and I thought, well, let me make another loop back through here and just cruise and look in some of these store windows, the businesses windows, you know, just maybe some of the poles, street poles, whatever. See if I see one flyer for summer. And the sad thing is, I don't think Rogersville knows she even exists. Didn't see one flyer downtown for Summer Wells. So I'll just leave that right there. Y'all can comment on that if you want to. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. Not one flyer downtown. So what do y'all think? Now let's talk about Don Wells and this information on YouTube about him being ordered back to Tennessee. If you were Don Wells, would you come back to Tennessee? I mean, think about it. Would you come back? Now, if it's just something minor like probation, even with a probation violation, Lord, he's probably only going to do like 90 days, probably 30 to 90 days. And hell, he could do that standing on his head. But if it's something more serious, will he come back? And what are the consequences if he doesn't come back? Now, they're saying they ordered. Now, I don't know if they've ordered him to come back or they ordered him and Candace to come back, but I heard that Don's coming back, but left Candace in Arkansas. So, then again, is this all just a big lie? You know, did they order Don back to Rogersville, Hawkins County, Tennessee, wherever he's got to go? Is it just another lie? I mean, if it is, I mean, it's giving us all kinds of content, you know, but I mean, if you stop and think about it, if it's, you know, I mean, if it's going to be a probation violation, Lord, he can do that standing on his head. Because like I said, he'll probably only get like 90 days. We've already seen him do a year, no problem. So even if he gets a year, you know, ain't no sweat off his back. But, I mean, if it's something more serious involving the disappearance of his daughter, will they come? Will they come back? And I think that answer will. I mean, if this isn't a lie and just a big hoax, we shall see. We shall find out. Be interesting if he didn't come back. So, if you're ordered to come back and you don't, what happens then? Do they like put out a bench warrant for you? What happens then? Because I'm not like a judge, a lawyer, anything like that. So yeah, what happens if they order Don to come back? Or did they even order? Maybe they were just like, hey, we want to talk to you. Can you come back? That's just asking him. And in that case, if they just say, hey, can you come back? I don't know if that's actually ordering him to come back. Now, if they get on, you know, if they call him up and say, hey, Don, we need to talk to you. You need to come back to the sheriff's department or probation. That's a different story. But if they're just like, hey, we'd like to ask you a few more questions. Can you come back? You know, and if you can you come back, you know, at your earliest convenience? You know, that's way different than, dude, you need to haul your ass down here like tomorrow because we need to have a chit chat. Two different scenarios there. So I'm waiting to see how this turns out. You know, if it's not another hoax. Speaking of that again, I think Don was talking to somebody about. Yeah, Don was talking about Fred Hill playing games. I guess maybe about the waterfall or, blaming Summer's disappearance on a dead guy or something like that. Wasn't it Don and Candace that played games in the Summer Wells case too? Their own daughter's disappearance case. Oh yeah, they played mini games, didn't they? Forgot about that, didn't you, Don? I think Don and Candace were the ones to first play the games. They were the ones that first started it. So, and then he's talking about, I guess, maybe Fred Hill lying and this and that. Well, speaking of lies there, Mr. Don Wells. Kind of like calling the kettle black, ain't it? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll the footage of me going through downtown Rogersville. If you see any flyers that I didn't see, point them out to me. I recorded this in 1080 HD. So you should be able to pause it and get a pretty good picture if you need to pause it and look around, stuff like that in the video clip. But guys, I did not see one flyer, poster, nothing with Summer's face on it, anything Summer Wells related. And downtown Rogersville gets a lot of traffic, and I would think that something would be down there. You know what I mean? because downtown anywhere gets more traffic than rural. You know, like out there where, you know, Beach Creek, nothing. You know, I'd say Beach Creek probably has little traffic compared to downtown Rogersville, and it probably has more flyers out there than Rogersville has. But there's a lot of traffic, foot traffic, vehicle traffic. You know, we got tourists kind of going down the interstate, zipping through Rogersville that need to take a break or whatever. There's a lot of people in downtown Rogersville, and I didn't see one flyer or anything for summer. So that kind of threw me for a loop. So drop some comments on what you think about all this. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Here's that video clip. And like I said, if you see a flyer in there that I didn't see, let me know. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Here's the video clip.